Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So in this video, we're gonna look on a new chapter, which is topic 2, approach in problem solving. The learning outcome for this topic in general, there will be two. The first one will be describe steps. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe steps in problem solving. So there are 5 steps. The first one is problem analysis, design a solution, implementation, testing, and lastly, documentation. The second learning outcome is you will be able to identify input, process, and output based on the given problem statement. Particular in this video today, we're going to focus on the first learning outcome. So are you guys ready? So let's start. Help! How can Bob remove the rock out of the road? Dah macam sesi ni kan, sesi kanak-kanak. Okay, tak apa. Okay, kawan kita Bob ni, dia nak lalu jalan raya. Tapi jalan raya dihalang oleh satu batu yang sangat besar. Jadi, apakah yang perlu dibuat? Apa Bob perlu guna untuk alih batu yang besar tu? Apa dia? Agak-agak. Adakah dengan guna this cangkuk ataupun we call it shovel, is this enough? Can Bob actually remove the big rock out of the road? Boleh tak dengan pakai benda lah ni? Jawapannya, ya, tidak boleh. Tak logik, tak masuk akal. Betul? Sebab sebelum dia nak cedok tu dah patah dah. So nak guna-guna apa? Apa solution dekat sini? Ni problem dia adalah macam mana Bob nak remove the rock out of the road? Apa? Cuba fikirkan. Apa agak-agak jawapan dia? Adakah dengan menggunakan traktor ni Bob boleh alih rock tu out of the road? Boleh ke tidak? Jawapannya? Ya, pandai. Boleh. Kenapa duk cakap pasal benda ni Actually, apa yang kita buat sekarang ni, itulah dipanggil problem solving. So, in our daily life, we always do problem solving ni everywhere, anytime in our life. Contoh, you bangun pagi nak dengar aku lecture saya. Masalah awak adalah ngantuk dengan tak ngantuk. Alah, malas lah, kita tangguh lah sampai esok. Itu kan baik. Siapa yang macam tu? Tapi siapa yang berjaya tengok tepat pada jam 7 pagi, dengar video saya ni, I am really proud of you and teruskan. Okay, saya doakan yang terbaik. Walaupun saya tak nampak you all depan mata, tapi Tuhan tu maha kaya. Gitu. Okay, teruskan. So, what will you learn in this particular topic 2? Approach in problem solving. So, there will be 2 subtopics. The first one is steps in problem solving. Ada 5 tadi, kan? Keyword party. Nanti kita explain. Next, 2.2. Input, process and output. So, the subtopic 2.2 ni akan di-cover dalam tutorial dengan lab. Dalam lecture ini hanya cover 2.1 sahaja. Okay? Okay. So, let's begin. Subtopic 2.1. Problem solving. Problem solving ni ada melibatkan 5 basic steps. Dan saya dah siap tolong you all color-color bagi cantik. Senang nak ingat. So the first steps is problem analysis. So PA. The second step will be design a solution. So I make D. Implementation. I. Testing. TE. And documentation D. So the keyword that you can remember for the 5 step in problem solving, which is body third. Apa dia? Cuba sebut. Body third. Pandai. Okay, next. What is problem solving? So, problem solving, dalam kata formal definition dia adalah process of transforming the description of a problem into a solution. So, basically, bila you nampak satu masalah, you transform masalah tu kepada solution. Itulah dipanggil problem solving. How? It can be by using our knowledge. Macam tadi kita selesaikan masalah Bob tadi dengan knowledge. Kita dah tahu fizik pula, sorry. Kita tahu kan, common sense, batu tu berat, tak mungkin boleh angkat dengan macam tu. Jadi perlukan bantuan tractor. Okay. And then the second way is relying on ability to select and use appropriate problem solving strategies, techniques and tools. Pun sama juga macam tadi kita gunakan. Ada the first solution, kita nak guna shovel, tak sesuai. The second solution, kita nak guna tractor. Itu kita kaitkan balik ya. Okay. Tadi saya dah generally explain tadi kan. So this is the 5 steps. Daripada memang 5 step ni memang kena ikut daripada problem analysis sampai documentation. Dia tak boleh skip ya. Contoh, you terus masuk implementation, terus pergi documentation. Kemudian patah balik documentation, pergi ke design. No. This is one way approach. Maksudnya dia daripada step 1 kena pergi step 5 secara teratur. Dia tak boleh skip, tak boleh repeat. Tak ada. Okay. Next. Okay. Step 1. Problem analysis. Apa dia? So basically kita nak analisis apa ni? Bila kita dapat sesuatu masalah, what do we need to analyze? So we need to analyze, the first one is the input of the problem, which is what is the cause of the problem. And then the second is the relevant process that able to produce a solution or to produce output. And last but not least is the required output. So basically problem analysis melibatkan identify input, process dengan output. Kita gunakan apa? Kita menggunakan IPO chart. This is the examples of how IPO chart looks like. But don't worry, this will be covered more during our tutorial and lab session. Okay? So, just a brief idea. Untuk step yang pertama, problem analysis, kita menggunakan IPO chart. Next, step 2. Step 2 is where we create an algorithm. What is algorithm? Algorithm is made of pseudocode and flowchart. So just now, okay, tadi kita ada satu problem, kita dah create IPO chart. Lepas kita dah create IPO chart, barulah kita dapat design a solution. Menggunakan apa? Menggunakan algorithm. Ini contoh dia. So, this the first yang you nampak ni adalah contoh pseudocode. And then the second figure that you can see here is the example for flowchart. Madam, algorithm tu apa? Pergi Google sendiri. Okay. Tapi pseudocode dengan flowchart ni, kita akan buat sama-sama dalam chapter 3. Okay. If you notice, actually, topik kita ni, topik 2 ni, dia fokus kepada step yang pertama. Dan topik chapter 3 nanti, dia fokus kepada step yang kedua. Tak percaya? Pergi tengok balik. Okay? Dia punya title-title yang saya dah share dengan you all last video, which is the syllabus of SC 0 to 5. Okay? So basically, design a solution involves creating an algorithm, which can be pseudocode or flowchart. Next is implementation. Once kita dah ada solution, kita dah design satu solution, maka kita nak implement. Jadi kita gunakan balik pseudocode kita, flowchart kita tadi, kita convertkan dia dalam bentuk program. Maksudnya kita start buat programming menggunakan programming language. So this is examples of you writing a code using Java language, which is exactly what we're going to do in chapter 3 soon, later on. Woo! Fun. Seronok, jangan risau, memang seronok. Okay? So tadi, kita identify problem kita, input, process, output menggunakan IPO chart, and then we design the solution. Okay? Design a solution, hasilkan algorithm, can be pseudocode or flowchart, and then kita implement algorithm kita tadi tu dengan buat satu program menggunakan programming language. Dalam contoh ni kita menggunakan Java. And then step 4, testing. So once a program is completed, definitely it has to be tested. So lepas kita dah tulis semua program kita cantik-cantik tadi, coding kita dah semua settle, dan kita kena test lah coding kita whether to see betul ke tidak ke apa kan. So there are two activities involved in this step 4. So the first one is we're going to do verification. We're going to check whether our program tadi meets with the user requirement or not. So by test, how we want to verify? By supplying the program with various input. Tu kita panggil program verification. Kita keep on testing kita punya program tu dengan bagi macam-macam input. So nak check, nak verify betul-betul dia ikut tak user requirement. And then the second activity adalah program testing, in which this is the process of where we execute of our program to verify that program do not have any errors and it will do what is expected to do. So jangan confuse kat sini ya. There are two what you call this? Terms. Program verification, program testing. So basically program verification is to check whether a program meets user requirement. Program testing is to check whether the program is correct without having no errors. Please have I don't want to say you have fun, but fahamkan. Okay? Simple. It makes sense, right? Lepas kita dah buat program dekat bahagian implementation tadi, kita test kita punya program. Test macam mana kita verify dengan kita testing. So verify and testing is two different things. You should know that by now. And then last but not least, terlupa. Okay, the process of verifying program ni, kita nak check whether dia ada error ke tak ada error, kita panggil debugging. So debugging is the process of removing errors from a program. So this orang kata programming terms yang by now, from now on until lah semester habis, you kena biasakan dengan perkataan debugging. Saya akan selalu guna dalam lab, saya akan selalu guna, dah buat debugging, dah debug, tu maksudnya dah try dah buang error-error yang muncul dalam program awak ni. So jangan buat-buat blur-blur lah bila dalam kelas tadi. Kalau blur-blur nampak sangat lah tak dengar kita punya lecture ni kan. Okay. Next, last but not least, step yang kelima, which is documentation. So basically documentation ni apa dia? Dia contains, alahai, rasanya macam salah kan saya pilih ni, tak apalah. Documentation contain description of the program that able to help other programmers in editing or maintaining the program later in the future. So maksudnya kat sini, apa pengajaran you dapat kat sini? Bila you buat satu program, satu coding, you will need to create a proper documentation so that you punya code tu boleh diguna pakai pada masa akan datang. Okay? Itulah specialnya coding ataupun programming ni. Dia takkan, tak akan pernah encounter issue plagiarism because all of us programmers help each other. So once you dah release your program online dekat mana-mana platform, it means that you are willing to share your code with others. Okay? So jangan kedekut-kedekut lah. Masuk subjek saya ni, kelas saya, kena buang mindset nak fikir diri sendiri tu. Okay. How we can do documentation? There are two ways. The first one is we can write comments in between lines of our codes. Apa contoh dia? Okay, nampak ni, ni dalam Java juga. Warna hijau ni, inilah kita panggil comments. So dia basically dia explain balik apa coding kita yang kita buat ni. Contoh, string ni, test 1, x dengan y. Ini ni explanation dia. Declare and initialize array. Okay, by now tak perlulah tahu hashmap ni apa, array ni apa. Kita akan go through benda tu in the future, in the next chapter. Don't worry. Okay, so the first way of writing documentation is writing comments between lines of code. So basically comments ni adalah line yang program komputer tu bila kita run execute kita punya program tu, komputer tu akan ignore. Dia akan tengok oh ni program. Oh ni command. Jadi dia tak perlu ambil kisah lah, dia terus proceed to the next line. Okay? One thing yang you kena tahu, okay, komputer ni bila kita kata dia execute kita punya program, bermaksud dia akan baca daripada atas sampai bawah, dia akan baca one line at a time. 1, 2, 3 kan. So daripada line 29, lepas dah habis baca line 29, dia baca line 30. Macam tu. So bila dia nampak, oh ada simbol ni simbol ni, kita panggil comment. Dia akan tahu, okay, ignore. Terus sahaja ke the next line. Macam tu. Okay. So tu cara yang pertama untuk documentation. Cara yang kedua adalah kita buat satu separate text file. We create a separate text file which explain the program, such as we call it user manual, operational manual, or requirements and design documentation. So, what is text file? So, basically text file ni, ini contoh dia. Okay, dia pakai extension .txt. It means that this text file can be opened using any platform, or whether you pakai Mac ke, Windows ke, Linux ke, semua boleh. Okay, sebab itulah kita tak buat documentation ni. Programmers don't usually use Google Docs, don't usually use Words, because sometimes those kind of files, okay, dia tak, orang kata, practical untuk semua platform. Jadi, at the end of the day, okay, we all programmers think we back to basic. We use the basic one, which is .txt file. If you want to learn more or know more about .txt, you can simply Google it. Okay, so this is the example lah. Bila you buka .txt ni, you akan nampak, oh ada explanation. Okay, macam mana nak install, apa dia punya, apa explanation on the program, macam-macam lah. Okay,